Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is this session is session 14 of deep learning for teams. Uh, in this session, I'm gonna talk about the difference between TensorFlow and PyTorch, and actually I'm gonna also show you in code. And finally, we're gonna have some uh, interesting assignment for you guys. Okay, let's get it started. So first of all, PyTorch is developed by Facebook, and TensorFlow developed by Google. And uh, thi- this table just give you some difference between these two. So first of all, the coding style, PyTorch feels like normal Python and it's easier to read, but TensorFlow is not that much hard because by using the cross, that's not that much hard these days, okay? And PyTorch run line by line and easy to debug, but TensorFlow can run line by line or as a fast graph, okay? And by the way, PyTorch usually used by researchers and universities, and TensorFlow usually used by companies and production teams. And there are some other stuff that we need to know about. We need to know about that. So, for example, Kelvin curve. So the PyTorch is easy to start, but for TensorFlow, it's a little bit hard, but not too much because of keras these days. That's not that much hard. And there's a small point here I want to mention it. So if you want to see which framework is good uh, to your project, actually it depends on your project. You have to see which one is good for your project. Sometimes PyTorch is better, sometimes TensorFlow, and actually it really depends on your project. Okay. Um, yeah, let's go to coding part. I have I have a problem that I solve it by using PyTorch and TensorFlow. Okay, in PyTorch, so the problem, first of all, let me explain the problem. The problem is we have 16 records, we have 10 features, and one target variable. Okay, and we just use some random numbers here, and for y we have only one number because by predicting from we're gonna give these 10 numbers to our model, and that's gonna predict the target variable for us. Okay, and the first layer is on like 32, and after that we have an activation function, ReLU function, and finally in last layer we're gonna have only one number. The reason is because we want to only predict one number. Okay, and here we just use the mean square error for loss function, and for optimizer we use Adam optimizer, and we just give it to our model and we predict the loss, and the loss is difference between the y, real y, and actually predicted y. So we're gonna have the loss, we're gonna compute the loss as a result. Okay, the reason is our task is continuous and also regression. So we only need to calculate the loss here. Okay. And now if we go to TensorFlow, we want to solve the same problem. So again, we have random numbers here. And for the layers, we have a 32 activation function ReLU, and we have a dense one as our output layer. And again, we have Adam optimizer and mean square error for loss. And again, we calculate the loss, and if we compare it, so we cannot compare them because we just use some random numbers. So that every time that you run this code, you're gonna get a different number. Okay, let's back to presentation. For the homework, I want you guys actually use iris dataset and build a simple classifier by use both PyTorch and TensorFlow. I want you to train the model, evaluate, and compare the result. Okay. Thank you so much. And if you have any question, any concept, just let me know in comments. Okay. Thank you so much and see you next video. Bye.